Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inspiration Morning Live. I am Christina Crowley, and I am so glad that you're here. And it is Wednesday. And if it's Wednesday, what is it? It is loudness around my house and my neighborhood, because it is the day where the crews who take care of the grounds. I live in a type of an area that has, a big open spaces. They come and take care of the grounds, which I'm so grateful for. But it's a little louder. They start right at 8 o'clock in the morning, right when I want to go live. And I do appreciate them. And I think they've gone away now. So we're lucky. And I'm feeling great this morning. How are you? I hope you are wonderful this morning. And welcome. For those of you who watch this in the replay, I want to say thank you. I want to say, I'm glad that you're able to watch me and that you do. And, our schedules don't always mesh. And I know some of you, I look at this, sometimes I get to see demographics because sometimes I get enough views and it will show them to me. And sometimes, there are people, I thank you for those of you who watch me in England and Pennsylvania and New Jersey and Washington and Montana, British Columbia. Thank you. I know you're the other way. But our schedules don't always mesh. We're busy people. And, that kind of comes into what I want to say today, because I understand what it's like to be a very busy person. I am a serial entrepreneur. I have a few businesses going on. I would love to have more. And, and I've cut back because I can't give my best to all of them. And I don't make enough money to hire a big old crew. I am not Beyonce. And let's just put that out there. I am Christina, and I do my best. But, I want to talk today about, creating the future you want, creating the future you love, creating the life that you love. Because I know that sometimes when we get way too busy, when we get crazy busy, we have to keep thinking, oh, the best will come. Well, yes, the best will come because we will create it. And I used to hate that phrase for a long time. The best is yet to come. And then I decided, okay, let's confront why I don't like that. If it's talking about the best is yet to come, then if things aren't going so great, then I'm not there yet. This isn't it for me. So I had to change how I thought about, I'm never going to get it. The best is yet to come. It's always at arm's reach. It's always like a carrot kind of a thing. But for me, I changed and thought the best is yet to come means to me that, if I'm hitting rock bottom today, if I'm not doing well, if there's something that is just not how I want my life to be, it's not over yet. The best is yet to come, and I can go for it. It still is available to me. And that means creating the future you want. The best is yet to come. For me, it's a symbol of free will, of we're not stuck. I love our free will. As humans, we have free will. I believe in prayer. I believe in God. I believe in faith. I believe in faith until you make it. But I also believe in free will. If we're in terrible situations, we have the free will to work our way out of it. And I'm only talking about my, kind of myself here. And that, 7 years ago, I was unemployed. I had just had a car accident that changed my life forever. And I could have decided, this is it. This is the only thing for me. I didn't want to be disabled for the rest of my life because I have more plans. And I decided that the best is yet to come. And I'm very glad that I did. I'm very glad that, I was able to take it step by step. I was able to get myself out of that situation. When I lived in Los Angeles, I wasn't living in a good situation. And that was in 2001. And, it just wasn't a great situation. And I decided I needed to change it. And I had the free will to be able to do it. You hear stories all the time of people who they come from difficult circumstances, or they come out of a very difficult situation, but they knew that the best was yet to come. That was not their be all end all. That was not how the rest of their life was going to be. But also in turn, you can't look at somebody and go, oh, they need to change, because, it's relative. If we like where we are, we like where we are. If we like our circumstances, if we like what we've created, then that's awesome. And though I like what I've created, sometimes I don't control everything. And therefore what I've created, it's not working anymore. It is, so I have to change. And for me, even now, the best is yet to come. I enjoy my life. I'm grateful that I have a wonderful, wonderful life. But I still have to work on creating the future that I want, creating a life I love. I love my life, but I still create. I still want to create. But one thing that gets in the way is resistance, our good old friend resistance. And I hope I spelled that right. When I type in the morning, sometimes my fingers get going so fast that I type the wrong letters. But sometimes resistance gets in the way, and I talk about resistance every now and then. But resistance is that thing that when you want to take on something new and everything about it is good and you want to move forward, but you just feel that bit of for lack of a better word, angst. And resistance, it can be anxiety. Resistance can be just what it is, resistance to any kind of change, resistance to any kind of anything, because it pulls us out of our comfort zone. And that's a natural thing, because getting out of our comfort zone in our hunter-gatherer past, and I do believe in instinct, things that were different were danger, were bad, so that's where resistance can take a hold of us. And I've suffered from resistance in many, many painful ways. And, maybe the resistance has stopped me from going forward in a way I would have loved and enjoyed. Maybe the resistance catapulted me towards the life I have today, which I love and enjoy. But I don't want the resistance to per se decide for me. I want my free will to decide for me. I want to be able to push through that resistance. And I struggle with resistance every day. Resistance is, it takes practice to get rid of. Quashing that resistance takes, for lack of a better word, it takes practice. It is something, it's a muscle that we need to build. Think of all the people who, if they would have given into their stage fright or to their fear or to their, I can't do it, what would our world be without them if they hadn't have pushed down or quelled that resistance? We can think of a number of artists, entertainers, but also think of the scientists who, this past weekend, I saw the movie Hidden Figures again. And I look at that and think, what a bunch of brilliant women. And what would have happened if they would have gone, okay, it's not for me. Yes, I'm brilliant. And yes, they need me. And yes, I do an essential job. What would have happened had they not done that? Had they not been there? Maybe it would have taken years longer without them, but they didn't do that. They didn't give in to their own personal resistance. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining me. Please feel free to give me some thumbs up, some hearts. I really do appreciate that. I'm talking a lot today about, the best is yet to come. And the best is yet to come in the sense that, no matter what we're going through now, we can pull ourselves up and we can get to a place where we want to be. We want to create a future we love. And so that's why, that's also why I do Inspiration Morning. Because years ago when I had the car accident, when I was laid off, when I was just down. And I think I created inspiration even more than that. I knew I'd been laid off for a number of jobs. So I lived in LA, and that's what I hated. And it was a hard thing getting used to. It was the first time I got laid off, but it built up my thick skin and it made me go, I can build the life I want. And then moving back to Denver, I knew that within a number of years, I was going to be laid off of the job that I loved. And, you could see the trends were changing, and the company wanted to move to LA, and they had built a big facility, I think somewhere in India, to deal with their European. So I knew that it was coming, and I didn't like it. And I did not want to stay in a funk that I knew could have grown into. I'd lived near the town where I grew up had it closed down. And so I saw a whole bunch of people lose their jobs. I saw my brother lose his job. And I saw a lot of people struggle to start over. And, I saw, what they went through was painful. I didn't want to go through that. And I went through part of it, but it wasn't as life altering. It was how I went through it. It is apples and apples, but it's, red apple to green apple. There are subtle differences to it. So I saw what a lot of people went through when the company shut down. And I saw what my brother went through, and I knew that the job that I loved was coming to an end. The job that I would have probably stayed there till today. I saw that, it was probably coming to an end. And I made it through the third or the fourth round of layoffs. So I got to stay there until the one before the final layoff. And, so I got to see other people being laid off, and I started making plans. And I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I knew that a very long time ago. I knew that I wanted to be my own boss. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining me. I knew that creating the life that I love was about focusing on the best is yet to come and working hard. Creating a future you want, it's a decision, and it's a push in our own free will. It's a push through the resistance and deciding on what you love. And I belong to a couple of Facebook groups where people are very supportive of one another because, being an entrepreneur. And I read yesterday a woman who, she has the support of her boyfriend. She's doing a project and creating something that's very personal to her. But, her family members told her, oh, it's a bust. Oh, it's going to be terrible. It's going to, there aren't just going to be people out there who like it. And it's some sort of a planner. And people don't use planners anymore. And I thought back to, one of my clients whose family isn't as supportive as she wanted it to be. And we have to push beyond that. We have to push beyond that in creating the life we love, creating a life you want. And it's truly deep inside. And that's the one thing we have to remember. Hopefully we have the support of the people around us. I truly have the support of my sisters. I am grateful that I have their support. And no matter what changes I want to make, they're there, they're supportive, and they never tell me, bad idea. Whether it may be a bad idea or not, they never go, oh, don't do it. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for, having that, because when I read and I know in my own life of friends, of students, that they don't have that, it's hard. It is hard to create a life you love when you don't have supportive people. And, maybe their idea is bad. Maybe it's truth. Maybe it's not. But we need to follow through and do what we want, because the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Now is great, and there's going to be even better. Right on. And I know growing up, we had no money. We had nothing. I had hand-me-downs from the moment I could fit into my sister's clothes. They were all hand-me-downs. Hand-me-down shoes, hand-me-down everything. But I guess I kind of knew it. I guess I kind of knew that, Yvonne, one of the girls in school both of her parents had really good high-paying jobs for that town. And, she always came to school in the newest clothes and the hash jeans. I'm dating myself, and the silk jackets. And I wanted those. I wanted those so bad. And I begged my mom so much for those. But yet, other than that, I didn't know we were poor. We always had food on the table. We had a lot of rice. We had a lot of, my mom would buy a roast, and that would go for as many days as we could. We ate school. I didn't know we were poor. I didn't know we were incredibly poor. There was no cable like today. There weren't tons of magazines like there are today to show you how you're lacking. And, but I always knew, my parents instilled in me that you're gonna go to college so you can do anything you want to do. So you'll always have a job. And that to me meant I can do anything I want to do. And the best is yet to come. I can always work my way out of any situation that I may find myself in. And so I did that. And that is, you know what, my parents taught me, and I feel grateful for it. I'm grateful every day. But the best is yet to come. And how is your best yet to come? How is your best yet to come? Are you in your best? And how is your best? Feel free to put a comment in the comment section within, our Facebook. Feel free to put anything on there. And, tell me, how are you creating the future you want? How are you creating the future you love? Feel free to put in, what are your biggest challenges in creating a future you love? And, please feel free to give me some thumbs up. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the monitor. Feel free to give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts. I really do appreciate them. And please feel free to share this if you think that this has been valuable, and that, if you put this on your page, others will find it valuable too. I really do appreciate when you do that. And, and I ask for your support in that way in sharing this too. Alrighty. So, have a wonderful day. Have a great day. I know that there are still many people who are reeling from Harvey and from Irma. And, I pray for you. I know that you'll get back. I know that the best is yet to come. But also, I want to tell you that Go After Your Passion Live is back tonight. And Teresa has a new guest. And her name is Margaret, I'm going to say Schlachter. I may have said your name wrong, Margaret, and I really apologize. But she has a Do It in Your Skirt. She has a great website, and she teaches people how to run obstacle courses. And I think that's a really cool, empowering thing. But Teresa's going to have her on as a guest tonight, and she's from Utah, and she's just a really fun and interesting person. So tune in at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised. And Teresa's back. She took off all of August, and she took off the first week in September. She's got her voice back. She's back. And I want to tell you thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you on my next Facebook Live. Ta-ta for now.